Hi everyone, Kate here for another Victober video. And this one I wanted to do on my top 10 Elizabeth Gaskell characters. So if I'm limiting myself to 10, there are a few books that I do love by Elizabeth Gaskell, but the characters from those books did not get included. So Ruth and Sylvia's Lovers, and yes, just Ruth and Sylvia's Lovers. There were just other characters that I loved more, so I do love those books, but my top 10 characters ended up excluding characters from those books. I had to include all of these characters that I'm going to mention. So first I'll go with the wives and daughters characters. Let's go with my favorite first. And my first favorite character is the lead character in this, Molly Gibson. I think sometimes people think she's a little vanilla, but I think upon close rereading, you get to see more of Molly's feistiness. There's a couple times where she loses her temper, and I love seeing that because she is a woman of great principle, and she really, she strongly believes in what she believes, and you get to see her interests and her hobbies, the reading that she likes to do, and the devotion that she has to the people that she loves. And I find her incredibly winsome, and I love her. And then the second character is Dr. Gibson, her father. I think I've heard a complaint about him is his relationship with Molly, how he relates to her. He doesn't want her being educated, and I don't hold him being an average Victorian man in what he thought about women's roles. I don't hold that against him. I think he has a really sweet kind of tongue-in-cheek way of relating with Molly. I like how he calls her Goosey. I think it's a really sweet nickname, and I just love his no nonsense approach in the conversations that he has. I adore him. So yes, he does have some flaws. And then on to the third character who is very flawed, and that is Squire Hamley. And I know Katie from Books and Things has talked about how much she loves him. And he is, like, by his own volition, he is an old grump. He loves his old country ways. He can't stand the French, and he lets everyone know that. He thinks that, his family is only allowed to marry into families of title or money. And I just love how gruff and rough around the edges he is. He doesn't try to be anything that he's not. And so that just makes him endearing to me in a way. Like, what an old grump. I find something very charming about it. And then his son, Roger Hamley. And I love Roger because of his just insatiable desire to learn and to know everything that he can and to be a man of science. And also how generously he loves the people that he loves. His mother, his brother, and the other people in his life is just, he's so sincere. And I really appreciate that about him as a character. The next three characters is from North and South. And the first character I have to talk about is John Thornton. I love John Thornton so much because between he and his mother, they have worked themselves out of poverty. They could have been destitute if he had not worked so hard and been so clever and intentional with his time. He has just worked his way from the ground up. And because of the savvy business decisions that he has made, he and his family are able to live in the way that they do live. So I love that he is taking care of his family. He took on, being kind of the man of the house. He took that on and really just has such a sense of integrity about him. And I love that about him. The next character is the leading lady, Margaret Hale. And I love Margaret because of how much you see her grow up in this. She goes through so much in this book and has far more responsibility on her shoulders than a young lady of 19 years old should have. But she does it all with such grace and dignity. Yes, she does kind of stumble around when she's new to this northern industrial town and new to a lot of the cultural norms there, and makes it very clear that she prefers Southern England. But she is just so admirable in the ways that she cares for her family and cares for those in the new community that she is living in. And I love the character of Margaret and how much you get to see her grow. And also her change her mind about what she thinks of John Thornton. And then the last North and South character I want to talk about is Nicholas Higgins. I love Nicholas Higgins, because he speaks his mind. He will tell you exactly what he thinks. He's really interesting to be a part of this storyline because it is a novel with a lot of commentary on class, and he is a socialist, and he lets everyone know that. But I love that he really kind of points out the hypocrisy that is there with the masters in the novel, and he doesn't hold back. He has innovative ideas, and I love eventually in the book when you get to see him be able to share those ideas with John Thornton. You get to see, you do have to see him go through some really low points in this book. And you hate to see him struggling like that. But I just think he's such a great character with how much he does speak his mind, and you always know what he is thinking. And then the next two characters are from Mary Barton. And the first is the title character of Mary Barton. I think why I love her is because it starts out and you're not sure exactly what kind of character she is. You're not sure kind of the stuff that she is made of. And then as the novel goes on, you realize, wow, she is one sturdy girl. And everything that she has to withstand, the heartbreak that she goes through, and the lengths that she is willing to go to for love. Oh, I love the character of Mary. And then the other character that I love from this book is Jem Wilson. He really, you see the lengths that he is willing to go to for love, and how he is so tenacious and will not stop at anything. And I love he's very kind of your everyday laborer, and you see that, you know, there's a lot more to people than meets the eye when you first see them. And then the last character is from Cranford, and that character is Maddie Jenkins. And I think the reason I especially appreciate Maddie as a character is that for a lot of her life, she was kind of living in the shadow of her sister. And you can see she kind of struggles with having a different stance on certain issues that come up in their lives, and how to deal with having a different opinion than her older sister. And then later on in the book, you really see her come into her own, and she has a lot of disappointments in life, but she doesn't let that detract from savoring the good things that are there, even when you're going through painful circumstances, to really delight in the lovely things that are there in life. And I think it's a very admirable trait for her that I hope to embody myself. So those are my 10 favorite characters in Elizabeth Gaskell's novels. Let me know if you had any other different characters that you like from Elizabeth Gaskell, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts and chatting with you in the comments. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.